Good Sunday morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday School. Today we're going to talk about Frieda Harris. Just a little bit. Just a little tiny bit. In her own words, I've sort of titled the sermon this morning. I was lucky enough as I was preparing to write Understanding Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot many years ago. Let's see how many years ago that was. I guess whatever it was a long time ago. This edition is 2017, but it was first much earlier than that. Anyway, in preparing this book, I was given some research material of personal letters from Harris to Crowley, and some even back from Crowley to Harris. There was about an equal number of things. Some of them went together, and I was allowed to preface, each card or many of the cards with the banter back and forth between Harris and Crowley during the production years of the Thoth Tarot. And it was very amusing and in spots very, very poignant. And it was a window on the mindset and the personality and the humanness of both of them. And I just have ran across my my notes and those printouts of those letters, and it occurred to me that I haven't shared those with you, or at least not very many of them, but anyway. First of all, we like to call her Lady Frieda Harris. It just sounds so cool, okay? But I checked because she's not the daughter of House of Lords. Well, anyway, I asked Clive Harper, my friend Clive Harper in England, who, to tell you quite frankly, is an expert on everything. And we love Clive. Clive, if you're watching, Constance and I both miss you guys very much. Anyway, I asked her about Is she Lady Frieda Harris? Am I correct in calling her Lady Frieda Harris? And here was his note back. Now to get down to to matters of British honors. Percy Harris, that was her husband, was made a baronet in 1932. A baronetcy can be thought of as an inheritable Sir title. So he was Sir Percy Harris. Okay. He was appointed to the Privy Council in 1940, and so became entitled to be called Right Honorable. But strictly speaking, this is an office rather than an honor. The wife of a baronet is indeed a lady. But as the wife of Sir Percy Harris, she should have been known as Lady Harris. Lady Frieda Harris would only be correct if she was, for example, the daughter of a duke, and so entitled to a courtesy title through her father. If she had divorced her husband, and I don't think they were ever formally divorced, she would have been properly called Frieda Lady Harris. Now, it is clear that she herself used Lady Frieda Harris, and she would have certainly have known the protocol for such things. One can but suspect that she was not averse to letting people assume that she came from a noble family, rather than being merely the estranged wife of a baronet. Let's see. One minor point of trivia is that she was apparently named Marguerite Frieda. So the next time you have margaritas, drink in honor to Soror TZBA. Zba. Okay. By the way, a year or so ago, I acquired some Frieda Harris correspondence. So if you're working on her for a particular project, let me know. God bless you, Clive Harper. Anyway, I thought I would share just two little short tidbits. One of them I particularly enjoy because she reveals herself to be as human and as at times befuddled about Crowley as I am, or any person who is attempting to plumb the depths of the works of Aleister Crowley. And another thing I just absolutely adore about her is she gives him as much shit as he gives her. She gives it right back to her. The first thing I'm going to read is a partial letter. I wish I knew what the rest of it was, but this is from 1939, and she had sent it from Morton House, the mall in Chiswick. Dear Aleister, your secretary forgot to send the letter you wrote to me, and she has rung me up to read it to me. I am also sorry that I have to write plainly to you. Because now this is 1939, pretty early in the project, okay? So you can imagine, Crowley's always broke and scrambling to, okay. Because I enjoy our friendship and your instruction very much, but it is essentially spoiled by your attempts to use me as your bank and financial advisor. I have frequently told you that I have nothing but a weekly allowance, and that out of it I have given you all that I can spare. If you are expecting the tarot to be a means of getting money, or my position as useful for pushing it, I am sorry. I am not the right vehicle for such an enterprise, as I intend to remain anonymous when the cards are shown, as I dislike any notoriety. Well, sorry, Frieda, you're a superstar. Your books are wonderful, but you must not expect the reading or money-making world to buy them, as they don't want to think. And then it goes on to the next page, and the next page is missing. God, I wish I knew what that was. Let's see here. the next, I don't think that was the next one I wanted to read. I think it's this one. This is in 1942 at, get this, Rolling Stone Orchard, Camden, March 25th. And at the head of the letter, it was a lovely day today. Are you better? And could you get out? Okay, so Crowley was already feeling a little, feeling his age. Now they're showing the cards at a show at Rolling Stone Orchard during World War II. An exhibit, okay. Now she starts her letter, do what thou wilt, shall be the whole of the law. I hastily return your sample sheet, as I don't trust papers a minute. It would get away, I am sure. Now he's talking about, I think, a sample of paper for the cards. I'm having a funny time with the show. Very stuffy old ladies and very ancient men. But the children, I don't understand. They crowd in after school. I must have had at least 8 little boys today, and they ask intelligent questions and go solemnly around and stare. I've amused myself with asking them which ones they liked. Oh yes, they know at once, and I generally find it is the picture which fits the month in which they have been born. But one little boy, age 6, a little gnome-like person, obstinately declared for the Aeon. I tried to move him, but he clung to it. What chord did it strike in him? Those clear eyes looked so gravely at me. And then she writes a little poem. I don't know if it's her poem. If any of you can recognize the poet, let me know. I walked home with a golden dark boy, and never a word I'd say. Chimborazo, Cotopaxi had taken my speech away. I gaze entranced upon his face, fairer than any flower. O shining Popocatépetl, it was the magic hour. The houses, people, traffic seemed thin, fading dreams by day. Chimborazo, Cotopaxi had stolen my soul away. She just threw that in for good measure. Okay. She continues. Also, a little person, age 2, scuttling and crawling, was asked which picture. Straight she went to number 2, Cups, Love. I thought she would forget and ask her again 10 minutes later, and she toddled off to the same picture. That, she said again. Then they asked me, what is the meaning of lust? That's a knockout blow for a poor adult. So, somewhat timorously, I said, well, you must understand the feeling of it. Now, how do you feel if you see a nice chocolate? You see nice chocolates, and there, you get them, and how good they taste. That is the picture of how you feel about those chocolates. And then we had a lovely conversation about our favorite sweets and yum yum over sticky toffee. and the sweets that took the longest to suck. But such concentration, how I envied them. I'll try to send you Saul and Aries picture. And then she has a question mark. She forgets the number of it. Mercury is photographed, but I do not know I like him. We shall tell when we see the photographs. All but these reproductions are constipated. Oh, excuse me. All these reproducers are constipated. The people she sends the photos to. It is my fault. I have been supine. My rib is better, but stop sleep. I guess she had injured her rib. Okay. Oh, we've got one more. I love the fact that it was at Rolling Stone Orchard, Camden. Okay. Okay. This is in 1940. Again, Rolling Stone Orchard, Chapping, Camden. Clive, if you're watching this, is that where the Harris had a country home or something? Just curious, because that's not the London address. Dear Alistair, this January 7th, 1940. The 26 cards have gone to be mounted, so we're beginning to be terrifyingly finished. There are several I should like to try again, but none of them are what I'd hoped to be able to do. Therefore, tonight I am victim of the most profound hump, and I think in future I better stick to mechanical typing. Also, I've been reading your truly magical Liber 65. Now that's a holy book of Thelema and one of the most awesomely lyrically beautiful holy books of Thelema. Now when you read it, you really don't, most of the holy books, you really don't at first or perhaps ever know exactly what it's about, but they weave a spell, okay, and she's trying to describe what that spell is. Okay. Also, I have been reading your truly magical Liber 65. Oh no, I do not pretend to apprehend it. Only it is like music. The only kind of writing I want to read. Only makes me feel as if I lived in a desert and I am mighty thirsty. Shall I never get on a bit? Yoga practices I never seem to advance in. I cannot live more quietly, but even then, the business of living takes time. I'm positively alarmed at the prospect of the end of this work. As if I do not get any more handed to me. I shall have to return to the awful life I have escaped from in my conscience during the last 2 years. And I doubt if I can. I do not think the ritual of magic is much good to me. I seem to have to draw everything I want to understand. Thank you beyond words for all your help, patience, and understanding. At any rate, thanks to that, you have penetrated a slight amount, and in the far distance I can see a bit of what the wisdom of the past and the present might be. I do wish I could do better, I feel like a lump of undigested suet. Now there's a meme for you. Okay, she goes on now. Number 2, discs, is in the stocks. Is the serpent's eye to be red? It is a bit awkward, as there are several colors introduced in that card which do not belong to Jupiter and Capricorn. I mean the 4 element colors, and they make inharmonious patches. Did you say anything about the jewels on the serpent? I think you will like them. The vile lettering will have, I don't know what the lettering was at this stage. The vile lettering will have to start again. It makes me cross and ache all over. I'm longing to go to Mercury, but I'm determined to do the universe first. So now we know that the order that she's doing them is all over the place. I've told the man not to fasten any cards in the frame so we can look at them very carefully. It'll be awful, but I must get them as nearly right as I can. Though the bother is that watercolors are the devil to alter. Even if I were sure that the addition was going to fit in with the design, and although I can redo, it's not possible to regain the memory of the emotion, and one tends to produce a bad copy. Yours forever, or yours ever, Frieda. Now, I'm going to leave you with a mystery that she left with Crowley, and perhaps people can dig out their history books and help us. If so, leave it in the comments. P.S. What happened in 1547? I woke up today saying, don't forget 1547. Has it any sense? Okay. The next letter starts, the number 5 is also done. Okay, she goes on. I have quite a bit of material here, and in my book, I only used just a tiny portion to give color to the comments on each card. Let me put that back in for, okay. But if you want to read more, of course, I'm encouraging you to get Understanding Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot, and sort of get a little tiny blow by blow description of Harris and Crowley's correspondence as they set to work to create what I consider one of the greatest magical objects d'art ever created. Anyway, that's Sunday school for today. It's a beautiful day here. We hope... It's freezing cold. What's that, dear? It's freezing cold. It is freezing cold. And I'm still bundled up. The living room is still quite chilly. Oh, and you see where I'm sitting on the couch here today. And I sort of look like a tarot card, don't I? With the, look at my antlers. I am the 5 of plates. Hello, dear. What you have there? Incense?
Yes. I'm making breakfast and blessing the house at the same time.
Oh, you're circumambulating the house and blessing it with...
No, just a couple rooms today.
Well, I'll take a blessing.
You always have my blessing, too.
Oh, thank you. And you have mine, too.
Enough mush. Finish the show.
Until the order of Monday morning tomorrow, continue to be good to yourself and be good to each other. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law.
Well, love is the law. Love under will.
See you tomorrow.